Yes, you can publish content consistently and be addicted to Netflix. I'm proof. Hi, I'm Brittany Berger from BrittanyBerger.com, and I am here with another quick content marketing tip to help you create smarter content, strengthen your audience, and grow your online biz like crazy. If you're new to this party, make sure to hit the subscribe button below so that you do not miss any of my awesome content marketing, blogging, and business tips. If you've tuned into any of my other videos, you know that I love repurposing content to get the most out of every blog post or piece published and just to make it work harder for you. I have mentioned a few new things that you can turn old blog posts and content into. We've talked about ways to break up and improve the content and all that jazz. And as a reward for putting up with me, I even have a free worksheet to help you get started repurposing content. So stay tuned until the end and I'll tell you more about it. But in my other repurposing content videos, I have not talked about one thing, a very important thing. And oh my God, you gotta get this right or no ice cream for you. Thing. And that is choosing what content you're gonna repurpose in the first place. That old chestnut. So today we are talking about that very first step, picking out what content you're gonna repurpose and figuring out what you're gonna do with it. First, let's talk about choosing which content to repurpose. Now, I cannot understate how important this is, but just know, Beyonce wants you to get it right. If you choose to repurpose content that's not great for repurposing content, you're just gonna end up with a lot of sucky new stuff. Don't put that kind of negativity out into the universe and do not hold me accountable for it if you do. Not here for it. Instead, focus on the best candidates for repurposing, and that will be two kinds of content: your greatest hits and your hidden gems. Greatest hits content is pretty self-explanatory. It's your best and most popular content. The epic stuff, the stuff with all of the opt-ins and shares and pins and comments, the stuff that makes your audience dance in their pants. To find your greatest hits content, you're gonna wanna check out your analytics for everything. Website, social media, email marketing, sales dashboard if you have one. And greatest hits content will be at the top of the top content list for a lot of those different categories. Greatest hits content doesn't just drive opt-ins or just drive traffic. It's helping you at multiple stages of the buyer's journey. It's really important to remember that. Greatest hits content actually gets results. And the second category of content that makes for really great stuff to repurpose is your hidden gems. These are pieces that aren't really doing anything for you right now, but you know they have potential. Really old posts are a great example of this. Not the, oh my God, I can't believe I put this stuff on the internet old posts, but the stuff that is still great information, but it's just kind of outdated or not following current best practices or something like that. To find your hidden gems, go back into the list of top content for your blog, your social media, your email, and everything like that, and scroll down a little bit. Go to the middle of the list. Your hidden gem content may be really strong in one area or one metric that's important to you, but not others. Maybe it gets traffic but doesn't convert. Maybe almost everyone who reads the post signs up for your email list, but not a lot of people read the post. One way or another, it's okay and you want to make it great. If you're just getting started repurposing content, try picking out one greatest hits and one hidden gem to repurpose. And once you decide what to repurpose, you need to decide what to do with it. And this depends on what kind of content to repurpose, so that's why it's really important to choose carefully. If you're working with the greatest hit, you might want to consider something like reformatting it, like turning text into a video or a video into text. You could also republish it, which is taking some or all of the original content and publishing it again in one or more places. When you're working with hidden gems, you want to take a different approach so that you can improve and re-optimize it and really make it awesome. You want to consider options like rewriting it, adding or removing different sections, or putting in a little remix, which is rewriting it, but then shifting the topic or the information a little bit. For example, maybe you're starting off with 15 IFT recipes and you remix and shift it a little bit over to 15 IFT recipes for solo business owners. I wonder who did that. After you've decided what the new finished product is going to be, you need to break down what changes or whatever you're going to make. Once again, this depends on what you're repurposing. For example, if you were turning a blog post into an email series, you would want to plan out the subject lines, how you're going to break it up, any conclusions or transitions or extra information that you need to add, stuff like that. And really customize this to the original piece of content. What are its strengths and weaknesses? You want to make sure sure that no matter what, you are playing up the strengths and either improving or just hiding those weaknesses. Now's your chance to make great content even greater and good content great. Bad content good, I guess, but do we want to admit we have bad content? Between having multiple old posts to repurpose, multiple ways to repurpose them, and multiple channels to repurpose them for, you have hundreds and hundreds of content ideas at your disposal that you've already started creating. Create more content in less time, and that's more episodes of Parks and Rec that you can binge watch in bed. Not that I speak from experience or anything. And if you want to use that time to be less lazy than me, go right ahead. You now know how to select the best candidates for repurposing content, and you can figure out how to change and repurpose them. You, my friend, are ready to get started. But if you want a super simple free worksheet that guides you through the content repurposing process every time, I gotcha. Just click the link in the description or up there and you can download my free content repurposing planning sheet. That's all for today. Aren't you jittery to get started? I know. I've been there. But before you go, make sure to leave a comment below and tell me one thing that you're going to repurpose and what you plan to do with it. Until next time.